Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So yeah, really getting into the Mandalorian at the moment. I absolutely love the series. So I thought, rather than open a figure from the Mandalorian series itself, I thought I'd open the Mandalorian Death Watch Airborne Trooper from the Clone Wars. Now, I didn't actually, when this first came out, I didn't order this. I would, I'd order all the Star Wars figures if I could, but you got to be mindful of cost, and you got to be mindful of what you're really into. And because I'm not really a massive fan of the Clone Wars cartoon. I mean, it's all right. Don't get me wrong, it's all right, but I'm not a massive fan of it. It doesn't do it for me. Although I did buy the Clone Wars battle droid, and I think it was the Jedis. I think I picked them up, but yeah, I mean, this is a decent enough figure. I mean, I think I did say at the time that I felt that Hasbro were just like, oh, we've got a Mandalorian sculpt, let's just do some repaints and sell as many as we can. I mean, that's, maybe that was a bit of an unjustified comment, but I didn't really pay much attention to the figure. But then this was this was part of my I don't know if you can remember that far back, my Christmas Eve purchase to Star Action Figures. And I think this guy, I think he was I'm trying to think, I think he was like £5.95 or £6.95. Do you know what? I think he was £5.95 at Star Action Figures at the time. So it is a good figure, and it does look better in person when you look up close to it. But I bought two of them, one to display and one to open. I mean, at £5.95, you can't go wrong. So yeah, I'm really into my Mandalorians at the moment, especially with the first episode of The Mandalorian, when you saw loads of them. So yeah, so this is V247, and again, it's the same. It's the same old wave. I've kind of gone through it. Gone through it before. It's the one with Fennec Shand, Ahsoka, who was the last figure that I opened. But it also includes the Mandalorian. I don't know if you can see that. Includes the Mandalorian Super Commando Captain. He's got like the Darth Maul horns. See, I don't know much. I mean, because I'm not a big, massive fan of the cartoon. I don't. I'm not going to lie. I don't know too much about the about that particular figure. Then it's got Ahsoka's clone trooper, ARC Trooper Jesse, who I picked up from Star Action Figures. I bought him full price, but then I bought a couple of them, £5. They were part of my Christmas Eve purchase. Also the band member Figurine Dan. I think he was dirt cheap as well. And then Din Djarin, I bought Migs full price from Star Action Figures. I wasn't that fussed about Din Djarin in that outfit, but I bought him. I bought him from Lame. I think he was $7.99 from Lame. Little bit of a ding to Din from Lame, but I'm over it now. But yeah, this is a really good. Looks like a really good figure. So yeah, really looking forward to that, because as I keep saying, I need these guys for my Navarro Cantina, especially with St. Patrick's Day on Friday. But I've always said my Navarro Cantina is too small. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great set. I love the play sets that you get from Hasbro, but my Navarro Cantina is too small. But it's not a cheap set, is it? So I got this delivered yesterday, and this is the Navarro Cantina from well, it's from Amazon, but it's via Smith's Toys. So I had an Amazon voucher that I needed to use up, and I was able to get this $32.99 from Smith. Well, it came directly from Smith's Toys, and I'm thinking, because I've got to be honest with you, I've stopped buying stuff from Amazon because the customer service is do you know what? It's not as bad as lame, but it's not great. And it's luck of the draw whether your item comes in one piece or not, or let alone gets dumped on the doorstep for someone else to pick up. So because I knew it was being sold by the entertainer, did I say Smith's Toys? It was the Entertainer, $32.99. Let your eyes be your guide, and also being sent out by them directly. I thought, yeah, I'll have that. I did. I mean, I've been looking for another set. I know the Disney store was selling it. I think around the same price. Might have been £32.50 at Christmas, but obviously I had other things to pay out for, like my Star Action figures purchase on Christmas Eve. But yeah, so I've got that for St Patrick's Day. I've got to set up my bar, and then the Mandalorian Death Watch Trooper. He'll join all his mates with Boba Fett and Din Djarin for right old knees up on St Patrick's Day. So yeah, so let's get rid of the Navarro Cantina, and let's get this guy open. So I don't know, I'll just give you a little close up there. I think that's a really decent looking figure. It's got a lovely little paint sculpt on there. And as I say, I didn't notice all this when I was initially looking on it, because you don't notice everything when you're looking online. But it's got a nice image on the card back as well, and it's the thick card. It seems to have, you know, the thicker card on the card back as well. So yeah, so I'm going to open this up like it's Christmas 1984, old school. Right, let's have a little closer look at that. That's a decent looking figure, really, really decent. Right, let's get him out of the packet. Right, that is a really decent looking figure. The actual paint application, I think it's amazing. I love the orange on his helmet. I don't know if you can see the detail on there. Try and focus it. That looks amazing. It's a lovely, it's a lovely shade of blue. I like the metallic on his wrists. He's got the jetpack on there. He's got the scope on his helmet. It's a really decent figure. Good articulation as well. You know, for doing the old flying poses. Yeah, that is a really decent looking figure. So he comes with 3 weapons. So it'll be interesting to know if the actual guns sit in his holsters, because the Boba Fett, I lost his gun the other day, but luckily I retraced my steps and I was able to find it. Oh, it's got lovely little detail on there, lovely little detail. Yeah, well happy with that. Well happy with that. Right, let's get his guns. Let's have a look at them. See if they're decent quality. Right, look at that. It's not a bad looking gun. It's not too flimsy for a Hasbro Star Wars gun. So there's 2 of them. They go in the holsters. That's not going to last long, is it? Let's be honest. You'd be lucky to have them by this time next week. But right, so you got 2 of them, and let's look at the main gun, like the rifle. And here's his main weapon of choice. I mean, I've not seen this gun before. I don't recognise it. But as I've said, I don't really watch the Clone Wars cartoon. It's all right. I really need to give it a second look. I do like the Bad Batch. Do you know what? That's not too bad. It's quite a solid. You know, it's not as flimsy as some of Hasbro's previous releases, like the what comes to mind, the Shore Trooper rifle and the Rebel Fleet Trooper guns, yeah, they were a joke, if I'm honest. That looks pretty decent. Right, let's put them all together. Let's set the Mandalorian up with his weapons. Well, I've got to say, I am pleasantly surprised by this Mandalorian figure. It's really, really, really good. The guns in his holster. When I put the first one in on the left, you know, on the left-hand side, I thought, oh, this is great. These are nice snug. This is a nice snug fit. The right one is too tight. The holster's too tight, so it's kind of like just it's just hanging in there at the moment. I'm sure I can do something with it. Really, really decent figure. 10 out of 10. I love the metallic, because I've looked closer at it. I love the there's like damage, like battle damage to his armour. I love the metallic silver on his gauntlets. And there's other places. And the blue's very metallic as well. That is a really, really decent figure. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. Definitely 10 out of 10. He's going in the Navarro Cantina for St. Paddy's night. Great figure. Still available at Star Action Figures. It's still a good price. It's not, you know, it's not cheap like I paid, like £5.99. £10.99. £10.99, which is still a good price for this figure. Well worth picking up. And one of the things you've got to remember about Star Action Figures is that when they deliver it to you, it's always bomb proof. So you get free delivery. I think it's like a £5 if you ordered this, you have to pay an additional £5. But if you spend over 50, you get free postage. Game, you pay £5 whether you spend £5 or £500. You've still got to pay a £5, and their packaging is shocking. So yeah, let your eyes be your guide. Definitely worth picking up. Great figure. I'm well happy with this. So I'm just going to set him up. Right, absolutely fantastic. He's so poseable, and I love the detailing on him as well. The paint application is really, really impressive. And the only negative is that that on the right hand side, or the figure's left hand side, it's just the holster is too tight for the gun to fit in. But I'm sure you can do something with it. I'm sure you can just widen that. But I do look, well, in principle, I just think it's just one of those things. But compared to like Boba Fett, where his gun just sits there ready to fall out, this figure is class. It's a 10 out of 10 any day of the week. I look forward to opening the what's it? So I've got the other which I mentioned earlier. I've got the Mandalorian Super Commando Captain, which I think he's still available from Star Action Figures, and I think he's like $5.95, $6.99. So it'll be interesting to get him open. But yeah, Mandalorian, Death Watch, Airborne Trooper, 10 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic. Highly recommended. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because it lets me know you care and it also helps the channel. And I will see you in the next one.